A couple of months ago, I wrote a devotion based on a project out here in my workshop. And if I do say so myself, it was inspired. I'll put a link somewhere around here so you can read it. But basically, it was about building a flip-top work table. And after I sent it out, I got all kinds of response from folks wanting to see pictures or explanations and had questions about how it worked. So I thought, hey, why not make a video? This is the very beast. I work in my garage, which means I've got a lot of tools. I got a very little amount of space. Saw ideas on the internet for people that had built flip-top work tables. And so I thought, hey, I could do that. Kind of designed my own. And here it is. On top, I've got my scroll saw. So here I am scrolling away to my heart's desire. But wait, I need to sand. All I have to do is flip the switch here, rotate it around, lock it back in place, and voila! There's my belt sander. Pretty cool, huh? The entire thing flips and pivots on a rod that goes through the middle. When I built it, there was a hole out here where the rod came out, and I needed something to keep the rod from sliding out of the end and also to keep it safer and make it a little prettier. So I thought, I need to put some kind of a cover plate on that. When it comes to wood, there are all kinds of wood. Everything from cherry and walnut, oak, even exotic woods like babinga and purple heart and wenge and all kinds of stuff. And each one of them is special. They've got different grain patterns, they've got different densities and thicknesses. They all have their own use. But when you go to the hardware store or the lumber yard, by far the most common wood you will find is the good old 2x4. And I gotta admit, in the lumber yard of life, most of us are the 2x4s. Each 2x4 is unique. Some are straight, some got a little bend to them, some are smooth, some have big knots like this one does. But they're common. That doesn't mean they're not useful. If it wasn't for 2x4s, I wouldn't be sitting in my garage right now because these walls wouldn't be here and I would be in the middle of a big pile of shingles. They're incredibly useful. And when I was building this, I thought, hey, this is going to be in my garage. There's no need to get an exotic wood or expensive wood. I'll just make the cover plate out of some 2x4. So I went to work, cut it down, started sanding off the rough edges and smoothing it out. And when I did, something jumped out at me and it stopped me in my tracks. All of a sudden, when I finished sanding and I smoothed everything down, I looked and this rough, common piece of 2x4 had turned into a beautiful cover plate. The almost pure white wood was showing through, and there was this beautiful grain pattern that kind of wove its way in between there. And I thought, man, that's gorgeous. That beauty was hidden inside that piece of 2x4 all the time. And you know what? I have a feeling that's how God feels about us. Because most of us are pretty common. We have our rough edges, we have our knots, we have all kinds of things and imperfections. But God is willing to work on us, smooth off the rough edges, polish us up, and keep working. And the cool part is God just doesn't stop at making us useful and you know, taking those rough edges, making them smooth. He will continue to work and to polish us until the true inner beauty shines through. And so that's kind of the thought I wanted to leave with you today. You and I may never be a mighty oak tree, and we may not be an exotic piece of babinga, but it's okay to be a common 2x4, especially in the hands of the master carpenter. All right, that's my thought for today. This is brought to you by all of our wonderful family over at Patreon. If you're not already part of the group, head on over there, patreon.com/PNPMorgan, and yeah, that's it for now. So go be a 2x4 for the Lord. See you later.